So who you sitting down with today?
Man, it's RSB Piranha, man, the Seagull. We in the basement with Who's Black.
Right though, and this is live from the basement.
Let's get it.
All right, man. So where you from?
I'm from Philadelphia, bro. I'm from Philly. Yeah, man, but I'm still out of K book, like home where the heart at. Like, you know what I mean? I got a lot of family out here, so like this home for sure. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm from Altoona too. Like I'm from Philly and I'm from Altoona. I take both of those.
And what was your upbringing like coming up?
Um, Shit. I'm gonna be real, like, at first she was a little shaky. Like, I'm gonna be 100. Like, she was a little shaky, but like, shit got better for real. Like, you know what I mean? And without going all in depth for real, like, cause a lot of that shit ain't really my business to be talking about, but it's like partially my business. Like, you know what I mean? But she was a little shaky coming up, bro. Like, I was coming up in the Overbrook section of West Philly for real. Like, my whole family from out there, my mom's side, Shit was a little shaky, bro, but shit got better for real, like, you mean? And that's kind of like when I was introduced to like Uptown, like the Uptown section for real, like through my pop side, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, bro, West Philly and Uptown, like that's like my two homes for real in Philadelphia.
All right, so you were doing this music pretty early out here. You know, one of the first ones to do it from our era. You feel me? As far as I know, when I came out here, you was already doing it. So what were some of the hardships that you went through out here trying to establish yourself as an artist?
Um, I'm gonna be real, like a lot of people don't speak on this enough either, because it's like, yo, yeah, like we ain't doing this like to get no type of validation from nobody or like nothing like that. But at the same time, like you do want to be accepted because like we entertainers, bro. Like we trying to sell our brands and like just trying to push ourselves. Like, you know what I mean? So you do, in a sense, need to be accepted. So like that was one of the things in the early beginning. Like, yo, we wasn't really being accepted in a lot of venues. Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of the festivals and stuff like that wasn't really accepting of hip hop. Like, you know what I mean? It was like a cultural difference or something going on. But whatever it was, it was what it was, but we had to push through that shit, like, you know what I mean, and just show people that we was worthy and that we was solid and that we create good content and that it actually was art.
Definitely. So what were some of the things you did to like push through that and show them that you actually like wasn't bringing over riffraff and stuff like that?
Um, Exactly that. Not bring the riffraff, like, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, not come with bullshit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just being solid, like, you know what I mean? Just standing on solid business, like, you know what I mean? Taking shit serious, being professional, like, you know what I mean? Just standing on good business for real, like, you know what I mean?
Do you feel like you get the credit for some of the contributions you made out here as far as like being one of the big dogs? Because you definitely are one of the big dogs out here. For those who don't know, like Piranha been carrying it for a long time out here. You feel me? Yeah, you actually was down for a little bit. You feel me? You had some stuff that you was going through. You was on a little hiatus. Do you care to like touch on what caused the hiatus a little bit? Without saying too much.
Yeah, I touched on it without saying too much. Like I got caught up like on a firearm violation, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? I basically had like some in-town detectives basically like investigating me and putting in criminal complaints against me. Like, it wasn't like really, it sound worse than what it was because that's what they wanted it to be. Like, you know what I mean? But
right.
I basically just got caught up on a firearm violation. They saying that I'm a felon and I ain't supposed to have firearms. I ain't supposed to be around them, not touching them, nothing. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what it basically was. And it just was an unfortunate situation because like, without going into it too much for real, there wasn't no physical firearms in my actual discovery, like my evidence and stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
It wasn't no surveillance videos, like it wasn't no ID lineups, none of that shit. Like, it was just basically detectives putting in criminal complaints against me and my alleged actions, so-called. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. So that's cool. So let me ask you this: how did that affect you musically? Like, going through all that at that time.
That shit messed me up bad, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, they use my past against me, basically. Like, you know what I mean? And that's basically what I've been trying to like surpass, like all this time, like, you know what I mean? And right when I was scratching the surface, like, you know what I mean, I'm finally getting people to like take me serious and just look at me as an asset and not a liability for real, like, you know what I mean? And you know, people was seeing my worth, like, you know what I mean? So for them to put all these allegations on me and these accusations and shit that wasn't true, because they talking about narcotics and everything in the newspaper, like without getting into too much, like they was talking about a lot, like, you know what I mean? So it just looked bad, like, so a lot of my connections and resources and the reality I did lose.
Right. Is there anybody that like kind of stuck through it with you?
Hell yeah, it's a lot of people, like, for one, you, like, you mean, since you right here in front of me, for sure. Like,
I appreciate that.
Yeah, you stood with me the whole time, like, you know what I mean? 100K.
Shout out to 100K.
It's a lot of people, like, most of the town, for real, like, the town was sending in letters and everything, like, the town, like,
right.
A lot of the town, like, you mean, but it was a select few people that I did have, like, higher expectations for, like, without, like, getting into names and all that shit, like, I mean, right. People know who they is, but, like, you know, that kind of, like, turned their backs on me, kind of, like, that. I feel like that. They might say different, but I feel like that.
So, the people that did, you know, hold you down through it, you know, would you say that, that support system definitely kind of kept you in, like, better spirits throughout this process? Because I know it could have been draining, a lot going on. You still got kids, you still got ladies you gotta take care of. You got family outside of that, you know.
For sure, bro. I got 5 babies, man, and like my lady and shit. Like, you know, no shade to nobody's situation, but this is mine when I say this. Like, all my kids under one roof, bro. Like, all my kids by the same lady. So it's like, I'm going through this situation. Like, I'm facing 15 years for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't been in no criminal trouble in over a decade. Like, you know what I mean? So that alone, like, I had to fight the case, you know, that costs money, like, you know what I mean, and just the stress, like, taking toll on your mental, like, you know what I mean, and I'm a man, so, you know, we providers and we protectors, so I gotta protect my lady peace and my kids' peace as well, so, definitely. You know, it's a lot that come with this shit, so, you know, I want people to learn from my situation as well, like, so I don't want to seem like I'm trying to, like, not take accountability for my situations, but you know, I can't take accountability for something that I didn't do.
Of course.
But I do want people to see, like, yo, this shit can happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if, you know, you coming from a certain surrounding and, you know, it's within your background, it's easier for them to put certain things on you. So it's just best to stay clear of that shit, period.
Definitely. You know what I mean? So you said that you had 5 kids, man. That's a very big responsibility.
Sure.
How do you balance that while being an artist?
I'm gonna be real, but that helped with my motivation and my drive. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and patience as well. Like, but as far as like balancing and shit, I just make it happen, bro. Like, we men, like, we gonna figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we resourceful. Like, you know what I mean? So even if I gotta take a couple of the babies with me to the studio, like, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know, I done packed up suitcases and took babies on trips with me. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it called for at the time. You might have not known it looking at the content, but, like, you know, I had to make it happen. Like, you know what I mean? This little thing of ours that we want, this what we want. Like, you know what I mean? So I just be having to make that shit happen for real, bro.
Nah, I feel it, man. You definitely have been making it happen. You know, when I first met you, you already had your merch going. You feel me? Had the RSB hoodies and stuff like that. So I did want to ask you, Rich Since Birth. What's the meaning of Rich Since Birth and where did that come from?
Rich Since Birth. Man, that's really like just a mindset for real, bro. Because like I said, bro, I'm from Philly, man. Like, it's a lot going on out there, bro. Like, I mean, we be damn near broken, bro, and don't even be wanting to say that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like, part of my life, bro, I had people trying to like put me down and like take away my self-confidence. Like, you know what I mean? So like, Rich Since Birth, basically, like, yo, when you look at people that's born rich, bro, not everybody, but a lot of them, like, they got a certain confidence that they don't want us to have. Like, you know what I mean? They don't want our kids to have. So like, Rich Since Birth, basically, just like, not in a dollar sense, but just like your mindset, like, yo, keep your crown high, king. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you Rich Since Birth. Like, you know what I mean? Don't let nobody strip you down. Like, you are what you are. You gonna attract what you attract.
Definitely. So speaking of how things came to be, the name Piranha.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I never asked you this, even in like real life. Like, where did you get the name Piranha?
Piranha. No comment.
All right. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. So I would say like from what I've heard from your music, you're more like you're definitely on the lyricist side, but you also do the melodic stuff and stuff like that. So who are some of your musical influences, you know, coming into this music thing?
Shit, I'm gonna be real, bro. I was a big ass Michael Jackson fan growing up. Like,
Right.
bro, I love Michael Jackson, bro. Like, I ain't even shy to say that shit. Anybody that know me know, bro. Like, I love Michael Jackson. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like, when I say these things, bro, like, I don't know these people personally.
Yeah.
So, like, I separate the artist from the person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about the artist. Like, you know what I mean? And just his body of work. Like, you know what I mean? He the number one entertainer of all time in my eyes. Like, you know what I mean? And, shit, Mike, I love Mike and his whole family. Like, this they whole representation of like the culture. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's a whole black family, bro. And just what they went and got, what they accomplished. It's just like, bro, they showed us that this shit was possible. Like, you know what I mean? But who else, man? Like, growing up, I like Tupac Shakur. Like, of course, like, you know what I mean? Because I felt like he was tough, but he wasn't like too like. He was tough, but he was also like romantic. He was like a ladies' man. Like, you know what I mean? He wasn't. Yeah, like he wasn't like no super gangster, but he wasn't with the bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he was a man. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I like Pac like because of like the shit that he stood for. Like, he was for the culture. Like, he was for the people. Like, you know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know a lot of these people personally. It's just like the body of work what they gave us. Like, you know what I mean?
Definitely.
But like, yeah, Michael Jackson, Tupac Shakur, like shit. Really, that was my main too, for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, it was other people's along the way that I was kind of like inspired by, like Cash Money, Birdman, and all for sure. Like, that was one of like some of my first albums, like that my mom bought me for real.
Definitely. So you got this series, First Day Back. Can you tell us where that came from? What inspired that series?
First Day Back. Well, originally, it was me coming off a hiatus. Like, it wasn't like no prison term or nothing like that. That's why I was just first day back and not first day out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I decided to go with that because, you know, I seen a lot of people going with the first day out shit. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do a spin on that with the first day back shit, being that I wasn't around. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna pop out and pop my shit. Like, so that's what it was originally.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Definitely two dope records. My fault. Voice cracking. Two dope records, you know what I mean? And you coming back now with an EP.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us a little bit about what we can expect from it?
Good quality music for real, bro. Like my soul. Just me expressing myself through like performing arts, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Good quality stuff, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Dope beats, great sounds, like, you know what I mean? Different sounds, like not your ordinary stuff you hear like on my free mixtape stuff or my YouTube stuff or Instagram stuff and stuff like that. Like, it's some good shit on here, like some good quality songs, like that I feel like the people won't like be able to gravitate to, and you know, like I might win some hearts back. I don't know.
Right. No, I think you will, man. I think you just now starting your run. You feel me?
Yes,
so
sir.
you know, we just gotta keep our head up and just keep working, or keep our head down and keep working. You feel me? Either way you want to look at it, but you definitely on the right track, man. You know, I ain't gonna lie, you definitely one of the hardest working artists that I know. You feel me? Overly prepared. You feel me? You one of them people that like when I shoot for you tuck the Jones. You feel me? You have a plan. You're strategic with how you release stuff and all of that. So I respect it, man. And that's that's a sign of a great artist. You feel me? And I do want to give you your flowers for that because you have paved the way. You know, whether people get on these interviews and say it or not, man, you have paved the way. You feel me? And I don't really feel like you can mention 100K, me, or any other people from my era without mentioning you. You feel me? And our era not over. You feel me? Like, it's still going. You feel me? We still carrying it. I think we just the big dogs right now. You feel me? But you know, we are at that point where it's starting to think about what's next. You feel me? Outside of music. So with that being said, let me ask you this: do you have any plans for things outside of music, or maybe like developing your own artists and stuff like that?
I do, bro. I do. but I don't want to say too much right now.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But just stay tuned, man, because like it's a lot more with me than just music. Like I don't know if people been peeping, but like that's why I've been like promoting myself as an entertainer / songwriter, because I don't know, like I'm not just an artist, like, you know what I mean? I'm not just a rapper, like, so just stay tuned, man. Like we got some stuff like definitely that we at the fucking blackboard with, and we just trying to like, you know, just get some kinks and all that.
So why is it more important that you're considered an entertainer versus just a rapper or artist or anything?
For me, it's because I don't wanna limit myself. I don't wanna put myself in just one box, like, you know what I mean? And I don't just see myself as that. I do see myself as an entertainer, because even when I'm not making music, like I'm still lighting up rooms. Like I'm still putting smiles on people's faces, like, you know what I mean? So I just see myself as an entertainer. Like I really want to step into the acting field a little bit more. And like even if you look at my visuals, and like you can kind of tell like through my whole, even my music layout, like you can tell that I'm kind of like, you know, thinking about going over to like, you know, the series or like maybe a book or a movie, something, like, you know what I mean? But definitely. I'm just an all around entertainer for real, bro.
So
you might see me on Wild 'N Out one day or some shit.
Right, no, that's a fact. So I'm like definitely an entertainer. When you on stage and stuff like that, you know, got the crowd control, stuff like that. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't know how you be spitting whole songs and you smoke cigarettes, bro.
Yeah,
like,
I smoke cigarettes.
I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy buff control. So like,
you gotta work out.
Yeah, so how did that's? I guess
I'm glad you said that too, bro, because that's shit that niggas don't be speaking on. Like, excuse my language, that's stuff that people don't be speaking on. I'm trying to get better on my speech, y'all. Bear with me. But yeah, man, you gotta work out. You gotta take care of yourself, bro. Like I do smoke cigarettes, and that's a habit that I do gotta kick. But like besides that, like I pretty much be on top of myself. Like I stay in the gym, bro. I stay walking, I stay running, like, you know what I mean? Like I'll run from here to Hollidaysburg courthouse, bro, and come back, like, you know what I mean? And that's on my babies, like, you know what I mean? So you just gotta stay in shape, bro, because when you hitting them stages and shit and them lights on you, bro, like it get hot up there. And like a lot of these festivals be outside, like, you know what I mean? So you gotta be able to like perform your stuff and still be like pleasing to the crowd. You don't wanna be up there looking crazy, like.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Definitely a dope performer, bro.
Appreciate you, bro.
Speaking of performing, you've thrown a few shows out here. What were some of the hardships you faced trying to like just get these venues, and what were some of the things that you learned in the process?
I'm gonna be real, bro. I learned better business etiquette, if that's the right word.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, bro. Like I learned better business etiquette. Like I was somewhat business savvy coming into it, but I gained as I went on, like just going through trial and error and just, you know, being willing to even hear no. Like, you know what I mean? Some people be afraid to hear no, bro. Right. So not even being able to learn how to work or negotiate, navigate through that shit, like, you know what I mean? So that's what it was, just really learning how to, you know, socialize with people better. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes it just, like I said in the beginning, bro, sometimes it be a misunderstanding, like, you know what I mean?
Right. And when it comes to like your music, I know that you said once that you don't write. So what is like your process? Like, how do you come up with your records? I mean, what is it usually like the beat kind of speaks to what you need to say and stuff like that?
Yeah, usually the beat take me there. Like, I just put a beat on. I listen to the beat for a while before I even start trying to put words to it.
Right.
Before I even put words to it, bro, like certain harmonies and melodies might come to me. Like, and then like when that's coming to me, that's when I start adding words. Like, you know what I mean? But it's basically just off of a lot of the times just based off of feelings. Like some of the stuff is like feelings that I may be feeling. Some of the stuff may be feelings that I heard somebody else express to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a true artist, bro. Like I see what I put down on the canvas what I see as well. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes I might see something and, you know, I might get in my feelings about what I saw, so I can just go to the canvas. Like, you know what I mean? And my stuff just come from the heart for real, bro. Like not no shade to nobody that write, because I know some good writers. I even categorize myself as a writer. Like, you know what I mean? But I just write in my mental out.
Right. I get what you're saying. Definitely got some dope shit, man. Looking forward to seeing some more albums from you and stuff like that.
Appreciate you, bro.
You know, I mean, I'm sure everybody is, man. Like, you know, right now you like, it's like your second win for real. You feel me?
Hell yeah, bro.
So let me ask you this: what do you think of the music scene right now, currently?
I love it, bro. Like this what we putting in work for all this time. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I love it, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I can sit here on camera and point out little things that I might not, you mean, be with or whatever, but like, why would I do that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all positivity with me, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just for it to be a conversation is just dope alone. Like, you know what I mean? Because when I first came out here, it wasn't really shit going on, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, I love it for real, bro. As long as it just, even when it is like little tension going on, long as it's just within like some competitive, sporty like type shit. Like, I mean, that shit don't really go nowhere. We can still benefit from it, like, you know what I mean. But like, whenever we start messing up bags and all of that, bro, like, it's gonna mess up the whole program. But like right now, shit looking good for real. I can't lie, bro. It's looking real good.
Right. And what do you think we need to work on as far as the music scene goes to get this to the next level?
Alright, yo, like we here now. Like this shit
Right.
here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, alright, boom. Now it's time for us to not be babying each other.
Right.
Like, we ain't pacifying nobody and we ain't like pampering nobody, but it's a serious thing that we stepping into.
Right.
So we gotta take it serious. And like I said, we ain't bashing each other on camera and all of that, but like, I just feel like one thing that we gotta do is start taking this shit a little bit more serious. Now that we seeing that we got something, we got foundation to stand on, now it's time to really start taking this shit serious and really, like, it ain't no more shooting from the hip, bro. It's being strategic and tactical, bro, because it is some talent out here. It is potential out here, but now it's about sitting down, being patient, and putting some shit together.
Definitely, man. That's a good answer. So what is your vision for your music career?
I'm gonna be real. I don't really know, bro. I look at myself like, yeah, I am a solo artist and shit like that, but like I'm more like a writer, artist development. Like my music career, bro, is not only just me as an artist, but just as an artist developer, a writer, like being hands-on with other people's projects and shit like that. All that behind the scenes stuff too, like, you know what I mean? So it ain't no telling where that's gonna go, like, you know what I mean? But like I said, like, I'm not only just trying to be involved in music, like I'm an entertainer all around. So if somebody on Tubi or Zeus Network see something they like on this camera, hit my line.
Right, definitely. So you are looking into writing for artists and stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So I've seen you have gone to like writers camps and stuff like that down in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I've also seen you make moves out in LA as well, traveling a lot. So what are some things you picked up from them experiences along the way?
Again, just proper etiquette, professionalism, how to read a room too. That's something that a lot of you dudes gotta get better with. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how to read a room. And just investing in yourself properly. Like, not saying that everybody gotta have the biggest bag or nothing like that, but it's just like I said, just take yourself serious, bro.
Right.
If you able to, you know, like, not to be in nobody's business, but if you able to pop bottles and you able to buy backwoods and all of that, like, you should be able to get yourself in the studio. You should be able to get yourself a video shot. You should be, like, you know what I'm saying, just taking the proper steps to, you know, being taken serious. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta take yourself serious for people to take you serious.
Definitely. So let me ask you this with your music, right? How do you handle criticism, if you get any criticism at all?
Hell yeah. I want people to grind me up, bro. Sometimes I be feeling like I be getting the yes men side of this shit. Because I say it, bro, like, yo, grind me up, like, put me in the blender, like, you know what I mean? Because that's how we get better. Now just saying things just to be saying shit, like, just on some weird shit, like, that's some clown shit, like, you know what I mean? But like, actually having like a real critique for something that actually can be beneficial for somebody, ain't nothing wrong with that. But like, just like saying some hating shit, like, I mean, we can see the difference, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
Right. Definitely. So I know that you got some performances coming up. Do you want to promote any of them?
Hell yeah, man. Shout out True Healing Concepts, THC, bro. 419, we're gonna be at Canna Tuna Cannabis Fest, bro. Like, you know, if y'all available, pop out, man. The whole town, like for real, bro. Like, you know, one hand wash the other, both hands wash the face. You know, back my play on my backyard. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, shit.
Definitely.
It's passion, not anger. Y'all remember that clip? Don't play.
Right. So speaking of performances, man,
Yeah.
you do go all out for your performances.
Yeah.
I do remember you having like the party bus.
Hell yeah.
You know, you had a lot of people that was featured on the platform on that bus as well.
Yeah. Well, bullshit.
So what made you decide that that's how you wanted to pull up, you know, with a party bus and everybody with you, and what was some of the experiences you had in the process of doing that?
I just wanted people to take our tuning serious, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it wasn't just about me, bro. Like a lot of the things that I be doing, a lot of people think it be selfish, but it's really like I go into it like selflessness, like, you know what I'm saying? Because we gonna leave the town together, we gonna come back together. We gonna all get on this bus, and then when we get off of this joint, like people wondering like who that getting off that bus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
we making our presence felt before we even get on the stage, like, you know what I'm saying? And then when we get on stage, like, we shutting that shit down. We got good quality shit. You know what I mean? I just knew it would be good, not only for me as an artist and my dog as an artist, but just us as a community as well. Like, you know what I mean? It was a moment for us to bond. Like, you know what I mean? We had to be locked in for that whole time traveling up there.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you know, it was a time for us to bond, man, and just, you know, picking each other's brains. It was a good moment for real.
So being that you like, you know, around other artists and like collaborating, would you be able to share like maybe one of your funnest times you had collaborating with an artist?
I had some fun moments for real, bro. Like, I had some fun moments. I'm gonna be real. I have collabed with people, but I need to collab more for real. But I had some good moments, like with you know, like you and 100K, the Bull Meech, like shooting out Johnstown. That was a good drum.
Definitely.
Of course, Meech, like I done been out Miami with him and everything. Like I done been
Shout out
with him
to
and all that.
Meech,
Like, yeah, we
man.
done had hella moments. But not even just Jones like that, like just even like little Jones in town, like still be like good Jones for me. Like when I be seeing like the town come together and like just everybody supporting each other and shit, like it just be like those be the moments that be bigger than even any of that shit. Because I already know if like we can get to the point of having those moments in them other places like that, then that's goal accomplished damn near. Like, you know what I mean?
So as far as support goes, do you feel like you get the support that you deserve? Or the credit that you deserve for the work that you put in out here?
To be real, not all the way, bro, but it is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So let me ask you this, and maybe you don't even have to answer this question. You might not even fuck with niggas that much.
I don't get that shit. Y'all niggas crazy.
You feel me? If you had to name a top 5, unless you don't want to do the top 5.
Top 5?
Because I could cut this shit out too, I'm just saying. But, you know, if it was a top 5 artist that you could think of out here, and it don't even have to be 5. You could think of one if you think it's yourself and that's it. That's cool too, bro.
No, I ain't. That's some narcissistic shit.
Some people be like that, bro.
Hell yeah. But no, I was honestly gonna say I'm gonna leave me out of it. Like I wasn't even gonna mention me, bro.
Nah, that's respect, bro.
Yeah, I be keeping it. Like one thing about me is, bro. Like I know I be popping my shit in my music, but one thing about me is, bro. Like I don't really be tooting my horn and shit like that. Like that's why when my people when my people discredit me, like sometimes it hurt me a little bit. Like damn, my own folks discredit me, bro. I already got some other people discrediting me, dog, and then my own people doing that shit. But I just got sidetracked just now. Like
No, I was just asking your top 5. You feel
yeah,
me?
my
If you
top
have
5.
one.
Oh, all right, bet. Yeah. All right, bet. I'm gonna be real. You know, I've been out the loop a little bit. Like I was in my little jam and everything. I've been out the loop, bro. And I be having a lot going on. But like this ain't nothing personal to nobody. But this just my top 5.
Right.
This ain't no particular order either. But I got Who's Blackie for sure.
Oh, that's love, bro. Yeah.
No,
You ain't had to throw me in that joint, bro. I'm interviewing.
No, that's my top 5 though. Oh, all right. Cause you interviewing me? No, this my interview though. You is top 5, bro.
I appreciate that, bro.
You, 100K.
Yeah, shout out to 100K.
Okay, bro.
He definitely
Even
going
twin.
crazy. Yeah, he definitely going crazy.
But Nutty, Nicki Cage.
Shout out to Nicki Cage.
Shout out Big Bro.
Gotta have him
man.
up this joint.
But Ange.
Shout out to Ann, she be going crazy.
Cause I didn't know if you meant rap or just like, you
No,
mean,
whatever.
period.
Yeah, whatever you
'cause,
fuck
like,
with, bro. Whatever you fuck with.
Ange go crazy.
She been carrying,
And I
definitely on the lady
respect her.
side.
I respect her. You mean like she got the babies and everything, bro. She hustling, bro. Like it's like them questions that you ask me is like when I'm not no fake nigga, bro. Like when I look at other people's situations, like I take that into consideration because it's like nigga, we going through similar situations. If I know it's hard for me, I know it's hard for that woman.
Yeah,
so I ain't gonna discredit her, bro. Like she deserve that credit. She go crazy, bro.
Oh, definitely,
she
bro.
hopeless.
Definitely.
But shout out Ange, man. But my last, I'm gonna name a youngin because it's just respectable to do. Like you know what I mean? I'm gonna name a youngin. Again, this ain't no shade to nobody, but you know I'm gonna get at the Fully K. I ain't really tuned into everybody's shit like that, but like I mean, Fully K always had something inside of her that I'm fucking with. Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like not going into too deep. Like
I know what you
knew her
mean,
since she
yeah.
was young. Like you mean, and she got something inside of her that I see, man. And you know I'm just hoping good things for her, for real.
Nah, that's thorough, bro.
Bullshit.
That's a solid lineup too. I ain't gonna hold you, but
Hell
you definitely in the top 5 of niggas out here, bro.
Hell yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So
I'm top 5 ranking.
yeah, I mean, listen, bro. Like I said, man, you did have a nice little stint of like just going through your trials and tribulations. You feel me? But a lot of times that's to show you people are for real, for real.
Hell yeah.
Also, is to strengthen you, build you up. You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Sometimes you gotta go through that type of shit.
Bro, I took on shit for all of us, bro. Like I crawled so a lot of us can be able to walk, but like I ain't tripping if a lot of people don't see that shit, but it's like we do be needing people to be real with each other and like, hold each other accountable for certain things because that's how we grow as a whole. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Like I ain't trying to beat that shit into nobody's head. Like it is what it is. Like, but I think that's how we all gonna continue to do better because like when you support it, bro, when you being real, when you giving credit where it's due, bro, you gonna always get yours. Hold on 1 second, my fault. Hello.
So I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even know what the last question was. What were you talking about?
Yeah, what was we talking about?
Oh, you was talking about you going through trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
And how, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. You might not feel that way, but sometimes, at least for me, like every bad thing that ever happened in my life, something good came from you feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like, it takes time to get to that good. So
Yeah.
I think we gonna see, you feel me, what good comes from this for you feel me?
I'm hoping, bro.
Yeah,
But like, no, not to even sound negative. I believe that to be true, bro, because I was telling myself that, like, yo, like instead of telling myself that something is happening to me, I need to tell myself that something is happening for me.
Definitely,
It ain't
bro.
happening to you, bro. It's happening for you.
That's that
It's
stoic.
God removing, the toxic shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's that stoicism, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me? You gotta always like look at life like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
So with that being said, do you have any motivational words for the viewers?
Yeah, bro, just slow motion better than no motion. Stay down till you come up. Just stay focused, bro, and just don't let nobody, put you down or tell you can't. Like, you know what I mean? And even when they get bad, take the bad the same way you take the good. Take the crooked the same way you take the straights. That's it, bro. Just stay focused and stay on top of your business, man.
No, that's a fact, man. This is live from the basement. We got RSB Piranha on here with us.
Seagull.
Like I said, a big dog. He's got an EP coming out called First Day Back. He's performing at was it Can of Tuna?
Cannabis
On the 19th. Yeah, you feel me? So keep an eye out. I'm sure he's gonna be hitting us with more bangers real soon, man. Real dope artist. And definitely about to make a comeback, man. So it was a pleasure having you, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
Likewise, man. This is live from basement. We signing out.
Yes, sir.